The army gets almost R1 billion for soldiers to fight crime, and testimony in Parliament, and police catch lobster thieves in Cape Town. Hi there, I'm Sifiso Zulu.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.
The South African National Defence Force will receive more than R800 million to fund its deployment of soldiers to assist the police in fighting crime in the Eastern Cape, Western Cape, Gauteng and the Free State. The police and soldiers will collaborate to fight illegal mining, gangsterism and violent crime. The troops are being trained in preparation for the deployment on how to handle civilians during their operations. Thobekile Gamede is the Acting Secretary of Defence. She's also briefed MPs about the budget for the operation.
It's almost above 8 million. 800 million. It is in the employment papers that has already been submitted to the minister, and I have learned that the employment papers are now with the president.
Forensic investigator Paul O'Sullivan's former assistant, Sarah Jane Trent, cried in Parliament while testifying before the ad hoc committee. Trent was grilled about allegedly infiltrating the Independent Police Investigative Directorate and conducting illegal investigations. She was questioned about which provisions in the law empowered her and O'Sullivan to conduct investigations on behalf of IPID.
Which law gives IPID such power to go to a private institution to help them with investigation?
Trent struggled to give a response, forcing committee member Xola Ngola to step in and ask the committee to take a break before continuing with her evidence.
Can we take at least 5 minutes a break to calm down? I'm worried that we would not be able to extract evidence from a witness this nervous. So if we can cool down a little bit, Chair.
Deputy President Paul Mashatile has laughed off a suggestion from the DA that by President Cyril Ramaphosa establishing a water crisis committee chaired by himself, he's lost confidence in his deputy. Mashatile says the crisis committee is intended to work together with the water task team that he chairs to deal with the country's water crisis. Mashatile was answering questions in the National Council of Provinces.
But we do need this structure that the president will assist to bring resources to bear in provinces and municipalities where there's a big crisis.
The City of Cape Town's Marine Unit has confiscated close to 5,000 West Coast rock lobster tails in just the last 2 months. 16 suspects were arrested in various areas, including Ravensmead, Eitzig, Athlone and Bishop Levies, for the illegal possession and transportation of the West Coast lobster tails. In the biggest bust, a suspect was arrested after Marine Unit officers confiscated more than 3,000 crayfish tails at a Bishop Levies residence in February. And the United Nations Refugee Agency has declared the crisis in the Middle East a major humanitarian emergency, stressing the need for an immediate response. There are concerns that violence across the Middle East is continuing as military strikes and counter-strikes are reported in several countries across the region, raising fears of wider instability and worsening humanitarian conditions. UN agencies warn the crisis is affecting at least 16 countries, with civilian casualties, displacement and damage to vital infrastructure increasing. And that's it from us. Thank you for watching. For more, you can go to the EWN app and the Prime Media Plus app.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.